Okay, this is part 3 of my Mountain of Books book haul. And I won't even waste any time. So I'll just start with this series, this quartet, the Space Odyssey books by Arthur C. Clarke. The first one is 2001 A Space Odyssey. I got all these off of eBay in one go. I was very, very pleased. They're just old book club editions, but I'm super, super happy with them. And then 3001. Uh-oh, do I have these out of order? I do. Oops. 2010 Odyssey 2. We'll just pretend I didn't do that. 2061 Odyssey 3. I like the cover of this one real well. And then 3001 The Final Odyssey. So I intend to read these this year. Probably for New Worlds November. Then I have, which one is this? Is this book 5 or book 6? There's another one after this. I think Ghost Machine? I don't remember which one it is. Well, Carnival, it's book 5 or book 6. I don't remember which one. I think it's book 5, which is one of the Firefly novels. So the author of this one is Una McCormick. This book is not damaged, by the way. It's made to look like it is. And then I have this trilogy by John Varley. The first one is Titan, which absolutely love the book cover. Again, it's just a book club edition that I purchased off of eBay. Absolutely love it. Love it. That's book 1. And then book 2 has a cover I do not like. It's called Wizard. Completely lame. What an ugly, boring cover, right? And then we get to book 3, Demon, which is another marvelous cover. And then this one just came with Demon. I looked this up and I think it was a standalone called Millennium by the same author, John Varley. Wonderful cover. I'll get to it eventually. And then this is, I am not a romance reader, but I used to be when I was in junior high, high school, and into my 20s. By the time I hit my late 20s, though, I was pretty much done reading romance. But these old romance novels are nostalgic for me, and this one is called Gypsy Lady by Shirley Busby. It does not have the dust jacket, but the book is in fine condition otherwise, and I found it in a little free library. Shirley Busby was one of my go-to romance authors back when I was young. And so I've probably read this, but I thought I would just pick this up when I'm in the mood sometime and just give it a try, see what I think of it now. And then I bought a whole bunch of these Harpercollins paperbacks, very poorly constructed paperbacks, I might add. But they were super cheap. These are Isaac Asimov novels, and I bought these for the Future History Project. If you don't know what that is, Shawn's Standfast's event, where we're reading all of the future history books. That includes the robot stories. We're reading all of that over the course of a year. So I was very excited to do that, and I didn't have any of the books, or I think I had 3 of them and that was it. And there's a whole bunch of them. So I picked up the rest. So I'm just going to, these are not in order, by the way. I'm just going to read off the titles. Foundation's Edge, Foundation and Earth, Prelude to Foundation, Second Foundation, Foundation, Foundation and Empire, The Caves of Steel, The Naked Sun, The Robots of Dawn, and Robots and Empire. And then, this is not related to the robot series, at least I do not think so, but it is another Isaac Asimov that I purchased before the Future History Project came along. Again, it's another one of these SF Masterworks, which I swore I was not going to buy any more of because they are very stiff, they are hard to read, and the spines crack very easily. However, I really, really, really like the covers, are fantastic, and I love the spines. They're very pretty, and Book Depository had some cheap, so I picked up a few more, and this is one of them, The Gods Themselves, Isaac Asimov. And then I picked up this book, The Templars, The Rise and Spectacular Fall of God's Holy Warriors by Dan Jones. I'm not sure if this is going to be any good or not, but it's a reasonable size. I mean, I don't know how much... Oh, I forgot there are photographs in here. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, this lighting. I am so sorry about this lighting, you guys. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what's wrong. But anyways, yeah, I don't know if this is any good, but I'm definitely going to give this a try in a minute. So the next books I purchased because they were written by one of the booktubers that I really, really like, Todd over at Todd the Librarian. If you did not know, he's written a couple of books. So I bought this first one, which is Paroxysm of Fear Volume 1, which is a little collection of short stories. And then a novel called The Vulnerable Gods, Todd Wittenmeyer. Again, that's Todd the Librarian. And this month is April. And I have not mentioned it yet, but I will be reading all the books I have that have been written by booktubers this month, starting on week 2. Another book I have is Absent Thoughts Dressed in Black by Mike DeFrench. I love this cover. He actually had a couple of other books out, and I do have another one called The Games We Don't Play Anymore, I think is what it's called. But he had different covers on them, but these are much nicer. So I'm going to repurchase that other one with the new cover. And I'm going to read both of those this month as well. And then another science fiction masterworks, Last and First Men by Olaf Stapleton. Have not read this one. Okay, Strange Bedfellows, Adventures in Science, History, and Surprising Secrets of STDs by Ina Parks. Oh yeah, I can see why I bought this. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, The Safest Lies, What You Don't Know Can Hurt You by Megan Miranda. I think I have a Megan Miranda. I do have a Megan Miranda right here. All the Missing Girls. I haven't read it yet, but it looks really good. So yeah, that is an author that I already have, and I'm not going to read the synopsis because it's a thriller, and the less I know, the better. Then I picked up The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, which is a prequel to the Hunger Games trilogy. It's about President Snow and how he got where he is. And I've already read it, and I absolutely love this. I buddy read this with my friend Val. Totally loved this book. It was so good. I gave it 4 stars. Just absolutely loved it. And I loved this book so much that I went ahead and bought the Hunger Games trilogy because I had never read it. But after reading this and how much I liked her writing, I'm going to read the Hunger Games trilogy. And then I picked up, I don't even want to show you, Midnight Sun by Stephanie Beyer. I've already read it. It was terrible. So when I was in my early 30s, I think I was 31ish, I read Twilight, and I did like Twilight. I wasn't over the moon about it, but I did like it. And I didn't read the rest of the series because it wasn't that interesting, but when this book came out, I was curious to see what the story would be like from Edward's point of view, which is what this is. And it's awful. It's just so awful. Edward is a pompous, irresponsible, rash little punk is what he is. And I didn't like this at all. And it was very, very boring. It's long and it reads long. It's so boring. And I'm not a fan of Stephanie Meyer. And then, as I just mentioned, I did pick up the Hunger Games trilogy, The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. I cannot wait to read these. I'm very excited, but it is going to have to wait a couple of months. And then again, for the Future History Project, I picked up Foundation's Friends, which are stories set in Isaac Asimov's world. And I hadn't actually intended to read anything for the Future History Project that was not written by Isaac Asimov himself. However, Hal Clement has a story in here, so I definitely want to read that. And while I was looking through it, there's just a few other stories that I do want to read. So I was quite glad that I picked this up. I got it off of eBay. It was actually difficult to find a good copy for a reasonable price, but this one is in very good condition, and I got it for a decent price. So I am pleased. Then I got this one in my Box Wallace subscription, The Books of Jacob by Olga. I'm not sure about the last name, so I'm just not going to try it. But yeah, this is a bigger book, but it sounds incredible. This sounds like it's going to be so good, and I cannot wait to read this book. But it's going to be a while before I can get to that one. And then when I was young, one of my favorite book series to read was Choose Your Own Adventure. And so I've kind of put myself on a little quest to see if I can find Choose Your Own Adventure books in hardback, mostly by Edward Packard, because the Edward Packard novels aren't being published anymore, and he was the one who created the series in the first place. So I'm on the lookout for Edward Packard Choose Your Own Adventure novels, and I found a couple on eBay that were library copies, and I was able to get most of the stickers off. That was the only one I couldn't get off without damaging the book anyway. And this one is A Day with the Dinosaurs, and this one is Help You're Shrinking. So I'm looking forward to reading those. Those will be bedtime reads. And then I picked up The Broken Girls by Simone St. James and The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James, which is her latest release. I really liked The Sundown Motel that she wrote. It was so good. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. And so I'm really looking forward to reading, well, this one especially right here, but I'm really looking forward to reading both of these by Simone St. James. And then I bought Reassuring Tales, the Expanded Edition by Ted Klein. This book is incredible. This is a hardback, and this is the highest quality hardback I have purchased in a long, long time. I wish they were all like this. The covers are thick. I mean, it's a very well made book. Look at that. This is a nice, nice book. I'm so pleased with it. So pleased with this book. I cannot believe what good quality it is. It's a nice white paper inside. But anyways, yeah, super, super pleased with the quality of this book. This is a really good purchase. And then I picked up The Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. I don't remember what this is about. And, oh yeah, right, The Book of Magic by Alice Hoffman. I have the other 3 books in this series, and I do believe that's all there is these 4. And I'm looking forward to reading these at some point, hopefully this year, but I probably won't get to it this year. Then I picked up this Bind Up by Stephen King, which contains Carrie, The Shining, and Salem's Lot. So I love the cover on this. I got this from Barnes & Noble. And then in that same Barnes & Noble little decorative series, I got Nikola Tesla, The Inventions, Researches, and Writings. Really nice books. Oh, I didn't even show you the back or the spine of the Stephen King, did I? It's still in the plastic, so. And then I got also Barnes & Noble, Robin Hood, The Merry Adventures of Robin Hood by Howard Pyle. Spine and the back. Okay, and then I got The Divine Comedy, the Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso, all in one volume, and I am very pleased to have this. Again, I got this from Barnes & Noble. It was like $8. I couldn't believe how cheap it is. This is a pretty decent book for the price. And then another one of these Barnes & Noble editions, I got The Complete Fiction of H.P. Lovecraft. Look at that nice cover. Again, these are still in the plastic. I don't intend to take them out. And then I got the entire Odd Thomas series. Book 1 is facing the other way. Now, I have read Book 1. It's right here. I read that several years ago and absolutely loved it, just absolutely loved it. And I've always wanted to continue the series, but I never have. And when I saw that that Amazon had this trade paperback, the whole series in one thing here, I jumped on it. And then last but not least, what I bought, I have these editions of the Witcher books, and they all have a Netflix sticker on the front. A Netflix, it's not a sticker, it is printed onto the cover, a Netflix stamp. Completely annoying. It just destroys the beautiful artwork on these covers. I love the artwork on these covers. But somebody on Etsy was selling stickers that fit over the Netflix stamp. And what she's done is it's the actual background, as you can see. You can see it's the background. It's just blurred up a little bit. And then she put the Witcher on here. And there's one for every book. So I bought this for my books. But she does have another set that's the wolf symbol, the Witcher wolf symbol. It's right here. This is one I'm sending to Scott Bryant right here. And so I put the wolf sticker, because I bought both the wolf sticker and the Witcher stickers, but I'm not going to use the wolf stickers. But I put that on here so Scott didn't have to look at that ugly Netflix stamp. So that's what those stickers look like. I'll leave a link to the person selling those stickers down in my description, by the way. So I am at 20 minutes, so I'm going to end this section of the book haul here, and we'll pick it up in another video.